Have you ever found yourself saying yes when you wanted to say no? Or staying in a situation just because you felt like you had to explain your every move? What if I told you that you don't owe anyone an explanation for doing what's best for you? This is the story that taught me exactly why it's okay to walk away and why you should too. You don't owe anyone an explanation. There was a time when I couldn't say no without feeling guilty. When I was asked to help a friend move, I'd say yes, even though I had my own work to do. When someone asked for advice, I'd give it, even if I wasn't in the right mental space. When people invited me to places I didn't want to go, I still said yes, just to avoid the awkwardness of saying no. Why? Because I felt like I had to explain myself. I felt like if I didn't justify my choices, people would think I was rude, selfish, or inconsiderate. I was terrified of disappointing others, so I kept sacrificing my own peace and happiness to make sure everyone else was okay. But it all came to a head one day. I was sitting at a coffee shop with one of my old friends, Ben. He was someone I had known for years. But recently, I'd been feeling like our friendship wasn't serving me anymore. It was always one-sided, with him taking up most of my time and energy, but never offering anything in return. He started venting about a recent issue in his life, and before I knew it, I was listening as usual. I wanted to tell him that I wasn't in the mood for a long conversation, but I didn't. I wanted to say I had other things to do, but I didn't. And I definitely wanted to say, hey, maybe we need to reconsider how we're treating each other, but I didn't. Instead, I sat there, listening to him talk for hours, growing more and more frustrated with myself. Finally, when we were wrapping up, Ben said, "Thanks for being there for me. You always listen so well. You're a good friend." I nodded, but inside, I felt empty. As I walked home that evening, I realized something. I didn't owe him an explanation. I didn't owe him my time, my energy, or my peace just to avoid a difficult conversation. And in that moment, I promised myself something. From now on, I would stop apologizing for protecting my own boundaries. The lesson that changed everything. It's okay to say no. It's okay to walk away. And no, you don't have to explain yourself to anyone. If someone is draining your energy, it's okay to tell them you need space. If someone is asking too much of you, it's okay to say, "I can't help today." If a situation is no longer serving you, it's okay to step out without offering an excuse. You don't have to apologize for taking care of yourself. You don't have to give anyone an explanation for protecting your peace. 1. Your time is precious. You get to decide who gets your attention, energy, and love. And you don't have to justify your choices. 2. Your boundaries are sacred. People will only respect your boundaries if you do. The more you explain, the more you open the door for others to try and break them down. 3. You're not responsible for everyone's happiness. It's important to be there for others, but your responsibility is first and foremost to yourself. If you're always putting others first, you'll lose yourself in the process. 4. Confidence comes from within. When you can say no without guilt and walk away from situations that drain you, you gain more self-respect and confidence in your decisions. There's power in knowing when to say no and when to walk away. You don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing yourself. You don't owe anyone an explanation for putting your well-being first. So next time someone asks for something that doesn't feel right, or someone pressures you into doing something you're not comfortable with, remember, you don't owe anyone an explanation. You're allowed to choose what's best for you without guilt, without regret, and without fear of judgment. It's time to stop living for others. It's time to stop explaining yourself. You have every right to choose your peace over their demands. So next time you feel pressured, remember this: you don't owe anyone an explanation. You owe it to yourself to protect your happiness.